Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now listen, in this video we are going to see me splice up one of the lives, right? And we're going to break it up by topic, and there's some places where I want to dive a little deeper into the subject at hand. So if you are here rewatching this, shout out to you, but if this is your first time, hopefully this will give you some great insight. And if this is your second time, hopefully this also gives you some new things to chew on. Okay. And in case you're wondering, I'm in a rental car. Just in case you're wondering, because I know somebody out there is going to ask. So might as well answer the question here. All right. So let's dive into the video. Gwen and I, we are here to answer questions. All right, so then the next says, congrats on your new position, if that's what you actually want. So let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it. Because I really thought that the answer was clear in that last video, only because I felt like the lead up was clear when I would say stuff like, if I got a job, I would take the job. If I got a job, I would go back to my original goals. And my original goals was, I want to pay off my house. I want to pay off my house. So I feel like before getting the job, what did I actually want? I just wanted not to be offered a job. That would have made it easy, right? If I'm not offered a job, I wouldn't have to take a job. Not that I have to, but so that's what I wanted. And I know I mentioned that in several videos. So that's why when I ended the video, I really did not think I was ending it on a cliffhanger. I didn't.
We're on the next Monday. I was left a voice message and it was like, hey, good news. They want you. They want you. Please let me know regarding your acceptance. I got the job. The job.
The video, I really did not think I was ending it on a cliffhanger. I didn't. And I still feel like I was feeling like, but what are the odds? What are the odds that I go on an interview that I would actually be offered the one position? What are the odds? What are the odds, Gwen?
And now that I'm at the job, I'm realizing that the odds were even more slim than I realized. Yeah. Some people had, child, y'all just don't even understand. The odds were slim.
Well, it depends on how many people they interviewed.
That's what I'm saying.
So if there were 10, you had a 10% chance.
So I just felt like the odds were very small, though. You know what I mean? Like, you could go on an interview. It does not mean they're going to actually offer you the job. So somebody then said, now, are you going to negotiate a later start date? Because y'all know we have vacations planned, right? So the question becomes, to take the job, which yes, I accepted the job. What about negotiation? Is there anything to negotiate? There really kind of wasn't, because I'm still with my company that I was with. So I still have all of my same benefits. Gwen did give me a good idea. Remember, you gave me a good idea because I did have to take a pay cut, guys. I had to take a pay cut. My rate before was $101 an hour. Now my pay cut is $86 an hour. So I am, what did you say, like minimum wage? Like I lost...
Right, because
like about $13 an hour.
Well, this goes back to one of the, just changing it up, one of the things I read about a continuing resolution, or what, not continuing resolution, whatever the documents that have been signed to change things. They reduced federal employees that were making a minimum wage of $17.75 or something like that. I think Biden had increased it to 17 something, and now it was reduced back to 13.35 or something like that. So
you think they can see you?
She basically, can you see me? She basically lost what would be minimum wage for some people, is what she lost. And so, what else did I tell you? it's like at the end of the day, you recognize that that's a lot of money for some people. And so you have options and ways of you trying to make that up. So it
looks like I'm losing about $104 a day. $520 a week, right?
Yes.
Less than what I was making before.
Yes.
But it's okay, because I said I'm so freaking excited, because I really feel like it's going to be another testimony of, look how I lost money, but I'm actually making more money than I've ever made before. Let's watch and see how that happens.
Yeah, but there's also how did I put it for you? You're starting another business, and maybe you can make the money up doing something else.
Yeah, because when this happened, remember I told you guys about, if you're being laid off, you have to reimagine your life, but then you also have to take stock of where you are, who you are, what you have. What can you use to actually bring money into your experience, right? And with this layoff, it really lit the fire under my behind to get the crash pad business set up. So that money that can come in. With this layoff, it inspired me to actually start putting out more videos here on YouTube. That's bringing in more money. So there's just no telling what other ways that more money can flow into my experience. But what I know is that I'm not caught up on the dollar amount, because what I know is the money that comes to me is so freaking infinite that sometimes it doesn't even make sense. It's going to be like, how is it that you're making less money per hour, but yet you're making way more money per hour?
So we use Sebastian as an example. Like, he's working a job, and it's a full-time job, and he makes $18 an hour, and he gets some benefits, but it takes his entire day. And with that, he is glad he's at a point in his life where he's going to give notice, and he's going to go work, and he's still going to have to figure out how to get his medical care and all of that himself, but he's going to go work with children and do training or whatever, but he's going to make $25 an hour. But like I said, he's not going to get those benefits anymore. So he's had 2 other jobs since then. So he does Uber Eats and stuff like that, and he also works for the county, opening up facility buildings and closing them up. So he himself, like, outside of my daughter having her 2 children as full-time jobs in and of himself, I think it's kind of what we do is, I think by example, all my children to some degree have multiple streams of income, or try to. Yeah. And it's easier to say sometimes, but just give it a shot. There's things that you can do that help. So yes, she's lost some money, moolah, but she can make it up other ways. And
I'm excited to see how that's going to happen. I really am. So I'm not even sweating this money. I'm really not. And also, the idea, remember, I was preparing myself to leave, period, point blank. And in the leaving meant that money, none of that money was going to be flowing in. So the fact that I still get to have a good amount of money, because let's not act like even the $86 an hour is a small, it's like it's not, it's fine. And because my bills and my overhead are so small, that none of that really matters, because in doing the math, it showed me how little I need to survive, how little I need. So now I get to continue the journey of paying off my home. Love that. Also, somebody asks, have we ever negotiated for our pay? Absolutely. All the time, every day. Absolutely. But I think what's happening now is the fact that with all that's happening in the world, that's why I had to take the pay cut with all that's happening. And with the lack of opportunities out there at this point in time, I had to take the pay cut. But normally, I negotiate. Because somebody else says something about me dragging out the series or dragging it out. Y'all, this is life. I can't drag it out. If it ain't happened, there's nothing to update, right? So there's not a dragging it out. It's just me updating you guys as things are happening. And so tomorrow, Party people.
I'll be at work.
Tomorrow is my first day of work.
We won't be working together. We don't work together.
We don't work together. Can I get a ride though?
I told you what time you got to get around.
I can't. I gotta be there at 9.
Yeah, well, I will have already been there.
Yeah, so tomorrow's my first day of work.
And I got a hair appointment, so I can't be dealing with you tomorrow.
And then everything I had said in the one video about all the things I love about my job still holds true.
About your career. You're going to see what this job is about once you get there. You just love the what we do.
I loved all the stuff around it. Yeah.
Yes.
But I imagine it's going to be great. But the things still hold true. And again, that I don't know if that goes back to law of attraction or whatever, but everything I said I love, this job also holds a lot of those same perks. What are the odds? What are the odds? Somebody said, I appreciate your videos even if you milking them. Girl, I'm
not going to be here tomorrow.
I'm not milking them. I'm like, every single day, it was like, new change, update. Y'all, there's even another update.
What's the other update? Don't think of one.
Where's my car?
Oh, well.
That'll be in another video.
Oh, Lord. We don't have time for that.
We ain't got time for that one.
No.
We do not have time, but there's an update.
I don't have time for that one. I got a little grandson waiting on me somewhere.
I think y'all try to put a curse on me. Where's my car?
Put a spell on you.
But like I said, things be happening super fast. And that's what we're making videos about.